Hi, Catherine. How are you?
I'm good.
That's good.
All right, who are we expecting?
So we are expecting Ahmed and Madeline. So because Ala has lacrosse game, I believe. Oh, I'm sorry, field hockey game, and Vanessa is on the band trip, New Jersey.
Okay, all right. What do we need for a quorum for this meeting?
So we need more than two people.
Okay, so two wouldn't cut it if Madeline jumps on?
No, I don't think so. So yeah, when I asked Sherry that question last year, I believe she said more than two.
Um, I'm texting Madeline. Madeline should be getting on right now, so you can look to see.
Okay. Yeah, and Ahmed, I just sent him the link because he didn't get the email from Sherry. So I just sent that to him.
Okay.
Hi, Ahmed. How are you?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. So we're just waiting on Madeline and then we can get the meeting started.
Yeah, just to let you know, I got a youth acting meeting to go to at 6:30, so I gotta leave at probably like 6:20ish because the traffic is so bad with Fright Night and
Yeah.
all that. And
Yeah.
then I'm not entirely sure if my sister's gonna make it because I'm pretty sure field hockey has
Yeah.
senior night. So
She emailed me. Yeah, she's not going to be able to make it.
I'm so sorry. I
Oh, that's
tried
that's
opening the
okay.
Zoom and then it said it was running updates, which
Oh,
I was not expecting, but yeah,
yeah.
I apologize for being late.
It's totally fine. So it is 6:03, and I'm calling this meeting of the Youth Council Communications and Outreach Subcommittee to order. So item 2 is attendance. So Ahmed is here. Ala is not here. She's at field hockey. Madeline is here. Vanessa is not here. And that's it. So item number 3 is public comment. So are there any members of the public wishing to speak? Okay, so seeing none. Item 4 on our agenda is subcommittee reorganization. So the first sub item I have under that is our election for chair. So do I have any nominations for chair? Yes, I'm.
I nominate Ali Atwood.
Thank you. I accept the nomination. Are there any other nominations? All right, so seeing no other nominations, I don't think, Catherine, do we have to do the speech if I'm the only candidate?
No, but you can go ahead and do
Yeah,
the
we can
vote.
just go right to the vote. Okay. So now for the vote. So myself, yes. Ahmed
Yes.
and Madeline.
Yes.
All right. So I have been reelected as chair of the Communications and Outreach Subcommittee. Thank you all. So next we have clerk election. So just a quick overview. So the clerk would be writing the minutes for the Communications and Outreach Subcommittee meetings. So the meetings don't run typically long, so it's definitely manageable with other stuff that anyone's doing. So do we have any nominations for clerk? And
This isn't a nomination. Could I comment or?
I don't know, Catherine. What do you? I'm not sure.
Do you want to ask a clarifying question?
No, more of like comment, not question.
Can that be later on?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's not
Okay.
that like pressing.
Okay. So well, Vanessa and Ella are also not here, so we can I can put this on the agenda for the next meeting if either of them were interested in the position. It's fine if neither of you want the position.
The other thing we can look at is the transcript via Zoom and how that works to make it a little easier to do meeting minutes.
Oh yeah. Oh, I hadn't even thought of that before. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah.
Yeah, because then you might not have to do, it might be pretty easy. You can just clean it up. So
Yeah.
we can, maybe you can ask Sherry about that, Ali.
Yeah. I'll email her about that after this meeting.
And if no one else ends up taking it, then I could do it.
Okay, yeah, and if no one did end up taking it, and if you didn't want to take it, we could just do the rotating thing like we did last term for the full council. So with that, does anyone have any further comment? Okay.
I do have further comment on that.
Is it about the clerk election?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so yeah, you can ask your comment.
So I just wanted to recommend, maybe because nobody's interested in, I don't think anyone's really going to be interested in clerk for a subcommittee. Maybe we do it almost like on a rotating basis where each
Yeah, that's
time someone will do it, or we just have everyone take their own minutes almost. And if we have any questions, we'll refer to each other.
So the minutes, they go on the town website, and it's for anyone who wasn't able to attend the meeting or a member of the public, so that way they the meeting. So I'll bring it up at the next meeting again if either Alla or Vanessa wanted to, or if Madeline decides that she would like to do that, if no one else decides. And like you said, yeah, that's what we did last term on the full council. We did a rotating basis since we didn't have a clerk last term. So yeah, we could probably do that too. So next is item 5. So this is our planning for the Veterans Day cleanup. So we have some logistical stuff to work out with that. So I have some stuff written down here, like time, like what locations we want to do, how we're going to do promotion with Instagram, and what other stuff we're going to do. So first, what are we thinking about for the time range of it? So Veterans Day is November 11th. So what are we thinking for the time?
I'm trying to find the flyer from last year to see what we
Yeah.
did last year.
I can see if I can pull it up and share it too.
Yeah.
So it's going to be on November 11th.
Yes, November 11th.
I mean, if it's a Friday, I'm not sure. Is Veterans Day going to be a school day or?
No,
Is it-
that we have that day off.
Well, if it's a day off, maybe we do it. And I don't know what you guys did last year. I feel like maybe we do it in the morning, so that way people can come in at like 8 with their family and get to do it. Or we do it in the afternoon, like 5 p.m. ish. Maybe like avoid the middle of the day.
So I don't think that we can do the morning because I know that they have the Veterans Day ceremonies in the town, and about doing it at 5. The sun is setting earlier and earlier, so I don't know if we'd end up being out in the dark if we did it late. So I think I'm trying to find.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up the flyer
Yeah.
from last year. Whatever time we did it, it worked. Although it
Yeah.
was a
I just
Tuesday.
found it.
Okay,
We did it last year from 2 to 3:30.
2 to 3:30. So would we like to do that time again? Because it seemed to work like that last year.
Sure.
I unfortunately still can't make it.
Yeah,
so
that's
that's
fine.
up to other people.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe we have another meeting when more people are present, or we send out an email. Because as of right now, if it's only gonna work for me and you, and we don't know about anyone else, then
Yeah, I
mean,
think-
like, 2 people running it won't be.
Yeah, this is just the planning meeting. I think that we might have more volunteers from the general council because last year we did it in several different locations across like Central Week. So do we want to keep down 2 to 3:30 as like a tentative time period for now? What do you think, Catherine?
Yeah, I mean, I think it worked well last year. The other thing is I could ask our sponsor if from last year who ended up, if they'd be willing to do the financial match too. But I say as long as we can get 3, I mean, we need to start promoting this
Yeah,
as soon as possible. So as long as we have 3 youth council members that we can put one at each station. I think the Galvin courts and fields is really important. It gets
Yeah.
really gross.
yeah, I think that is probably the most important.
There was a really great, oh, sorry.
No, you can go ahead. I finished.
I was
mine.
just gonna say, there was a really great turnout from younger kids at that one as well. That's one that I was at, so I don't know about the others, but
Yeah.
I almost say maybe we drop the vets field and
Yeah, I
just
was-
concentrate.
Yeah, I was gonna actually say that if we were going to, if we didn't have enough people, if we just wanted to like concentrate it in those 2 locations, I think that we should drop Veterans Field because there's considerably less trash there than the common and Galvin. So we could like concentrate our efforts there. So I like that idea. So let me write that down. So we'll do Galvin courts and fields and then the upper and lower common. So we can have one table set up at the Galvin and then one on by the gazebo. So we can put that into the flyer. So about the flyer. So I can base it off of last year's flyer and update the information, and I can add some more because I have experience with flyers in the past. Does anyone else have some ideas about the flyer? And also Madeline, about I was thinking that we could put the QR code for our Instagram on there as well.
Yeah.
If someone wanted to scan that
yeah,
and use that as an opportunity to promote Instagram as well.
absolutely. And so every day after school, I go from the high school to go pick up my brother at the Galvin. So I can drop off flyers to the Galvin
Yeah.
if we wanted to. I know that I can do that.
Yeah, I think that would be really good. Like hanging up flyers at the Galvin High School. Because I think that would be like really good. And if we put like the QR codes, if people don't have time to read it, the flyer on the wall, they can just quickly scan the QR code and then they could find it on our Instagram page.
Yeah.
Samed?
I was also gonna add that I have no clue what the flyer looks like from last year, but generally it's a good idea for flyers to just have maybe like bullet points of information. So for
Yeah.
this flyer, maybe like QR code, 3 spots that we're doing it, time, and maybe like sign up information. That's it. And just like make it colorful. Maybe add like leaves playing into the autumn.
Do you want me to share my screen? Because I have the flyer pulled up.
Yeah, you can do that. Do I have to give you permission?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. I think.
Yeah.
Did that work? Okay.
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
So this was last year's.
Yeah. So yeah, it has the time, date, the message, and all our locations, and who our sponsors are.
I do like the idea of adding the leaves. since it is
Yeah,
a leaf
yeah.
cleanup.
Maybe
Yeah,
change the
I-
aesthetic like orange, yellow, red, that type of thing.
Yeah, I think that variation would be really good.
I don't know.
then-
I like the connection to Veterans Day and the
I was
fact
just gonna
that
add, yeah, maybe just leave
because
the
we're
flags.
asking for service on Veterans Day. Yeah, you could change the color and have some leaves, but I like keeping that.
Yeah, I agree with that because like that's the underlying message of this is for Veterans Day. So I think it's important to keep those components as well.
And then for our sponsors, do we have to keep all of them on there? Is that like mandatory? Or is that something that we're doing out of like gratitude?
I think that's more of a question. Catherine, what do you, I'm not sure how to answer that one.
Oh, co-sponsored by. So those were organizations that other youth council members wanted to co-sponsor it. So you could, Ahmad, you could ask if the youth action team wants to be a co-sponsor on it, so they'll help promote it. I think the Warrior Cleanup Crew, does anyone know who coordinates that?
So I wasn't able to reach out to them. I thought I had their email, but it turns out I didn't. I'm not sure who to reach out to that or how to reach out to them.
All right, I'm messaging somebody right now that
Okay.
might know.
Should I stop sharing my screen or should I leave it up?
You can take it down.
Okay.
And I think that I can reach out to the National Honor Society, who's in charge of that. And I know that Vanessa is in band, so I think that we could ask her to reach out to Triam to sponsor that with us. What do you think about that?
Yeah. I'm also in Social Interact, so I
Yeah,
could reach
we-
out to them if you want me to sponsor, if you want us to sponsor it. I'm a
Yeah.
leader, so I could probably pass that pretty easily.
Yeah. Okay, so those are all good ideas for sponsors. Let me.
So let's try to have a deadline by this upcoming youth council meeting.
Yeah. So I'll talk to Vanessa about reaching out to Tri-M. I can try to reach out to National Art Honor Society. Ahmed, you said that you would reach out to Social Interact and
And youth action team.
Action Team.
I don't know if this would be one that we'd want to do, but I'm a part of the book club and I'm going to be joining like Social Interact, like a bunch of others. But for now, I'm only part of book club at the moment. So I could definitely talk to them.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
that's run by Miss Hughes, who like will absolutely want to help.
Yeah. I have Miss Hughes as an English teacher. I'm sure that she would love to do that.
Yeah.
And then I'm also part of yearbook committee that I don't know if they would want to sponsor it. I don't know if
mean-
that's someone that we want on there because they're
Well,
not
I'm
really,
just saying like
related to
with
this.
book club and yearbook, I think maybe stick to like service
Yeah,
groups
that's what
that
I
are
was
pushing,
thinking.
so interact. And then social awareness.
Yeah.
Triam has to do community service. Anyone that has a community service element to it.
Yeah. So yeah, so we could Madeline, you could still like promote it to the book club, but I think
Yeah.
that it would be better if we left them off as if we didn't leave them a co-sponsor. So I think that those are all great ideas. So with the flyers and the promotion, so we will do something on Instagram for that. So Madeline, once I have the flyer ready, could you do a post on Instagram about that with the flyer and everything?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And then, so do we want to do morning announcements just to get it on the morning announcements, just to increase people's knowledge about it before the event at the middle school and at the middle school and the high school?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I know
so.
the person who does morning announcements at the high school, so I could ask him.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
want,
so do I.
I could draft up an announcement saying it, or if you want something specific in there, you could.
Oh, Ahmed, you froze.
Did you guys have a question?
Oh no, Ahmed froze.
Yeah.
His
Oh.
video froze. He so he was talking about the morning announcements. So I don't know if he's Uh,
So Ollie, would
Yeah.
one of you or Madeline be able to reach out to David Mangan, the veterans liaison, to find out what they need fundraising for this year? Because I'm not sure if they're doing the Vietnam
Oh, yeah.
trip.
the-
So, but they might have another thing that they need fundraising for. So I can send one of you his email, but would one of you be willing to reach out to him?
Yeah, I can reach out to him. Yeah, you can send me his
And
email.
maybe send him last year's flyer, say this was a great event last year. He
Yeah.
loved it. And
Yeah.
just say, we're wondering what you can, and I'll give you his phone number too.
Okay. Yeah, Ahmed just texted me. He said that his internet went out, but he has to go to the youth action team anyway. So so we'll keep him in the loop about what we continue to discuss on. So with morning announcements, so I can reach out to the person at the high school. I'm not sure. I don't have any connection to the morning announcements at the middle school though. What are our thoughts about that?
You could give it to Sadie.
Yeah.
And then we also have a new youth council member, Druvy, who will be joining us, who's a middle schooler. So you could bring that up at the meeting on Tuesday night.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. So I'll bring that up on the meeting Tuesday night. And so do we think that we could do a press release about this in the newspaper? Do you think that that would be a viable option for us here for promotion?
For sure. I think there's one from last year that you could probably adapt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think I still have that, actually. I think I just found that when I was looking for the flyer.
So Madeline, you're a good writer. You want to update it once we know all the sponsors and everything?
Yeah, I can definitely do that.
All right, that sounds great. Because I know that the newspaper is a great outlet for us, and they've been great with featuring our other events that we've done. So I think that's great. And thank you, Madeline, for doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I just have a couple other points that I wanted to touch on. So with supplies, so we're gonna need the trash bags, gloves, and the like. So Catherine, are we gonna be able to supply those materials?
Yes, I will get those materials.
Okay, and so when it comes to how we're doing the donations with the money that we raise, are we going to be doing the similar thing that we did last year with the $5 donated to the the Vietnam era veterans roll up to Washington? Are we going to be doing the pound per trash thing again?
Yeah, I just think the $5 was a lot.
Yeah.
And so we might
Yeah,
need to. And I could talk to our sponsor, but maybe we could do $1 for dollar.
Yeah.
$1 per pound. And that might be even if or $2, maybe $2 per pound might be a little more realistic. So even if we collect 50 pounds worth of trash, last year people were getting bumpers and things like that.
I know. Yeah. And I have the exact amount somewhere here, but I think that we ended up raising more than like 15, I think like $1,400, which was a lot, which is great, but it's a little bit difficult in the end to actually like get that money from our sponsors. And so that's great. And then so do we think that we should be doing like any handouts of the sort, like water and snacks, stuff like that? Or do we think that we should just leave it at the trash bags and the gloves, what we're passing out with the event?
I was gonna bring that up actually, because I know that some of the kids were like, I thought that there was gonna be food and snacks, but that ended up kind of like falling through last year.
Yeah, I was going to run out and get it. And then we had so many kids that showed up that I had to run out and get gloves and trash bags. So I
Yeah,
was hoping people were not, without the goodness of their heart would understand that we need to get more.
yeah.
So I don't know. Do you think it's like a game? Is that
I
the reason
don't,
why people come?
I don't think that people are going to come just solely for that reason. So I think that it might be better if we just left that off of the what we're doing. So do we agree with that?
Yeah, I think so.
What do you think,
Okay.
Madeline? Do you think that's gonna get people to come, or?
I mean, like, I think, like, I know, like, last year, Tegan and I ended up running out and grabbing some stuff. But, like, it was kind of a very disorganized, like, thing that, like, it was kind of all over the place. But I'm not sure. I know that there were people that were, like, hoping for it, but I'm not sure if that was, like, necessarily the reason they were coming.
Yeah, I think it was more like the volunteership and
Yeah.
I think that was more the driving factor rather than the what we were actually like handing out.
Right. And well, my thing too is like, if people are wearing gloves and cleaning up trash, and
Yeah.
then do we
Yeah.
want them eating?
Yeah, they don't really go together.
Yeah. So I mean, you could also make it just an hour.
Yeah, we could do that. It might make it instead of the half hour as well. We could do that.
What do you think, Madeline?
I think that we could definitely do that. I know that, like, I remember kind of towards the end it was starting to slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that we could definitely shorten it.
Yeah, like if we shorten it by that half hour, it would just be 2 to 3, and I think that makes it more concise.
And like the majority of the trash that people are going to find is going to be within the first hour.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. So yeah, I remember last year, but by that half hour, it was almost all done.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was at the common, and by like after like the first half hour, all the trash was gone.
Yeah.
And the last thing that I wanted to touch on with this was, so at our next meeting, during the communications update, I'll ask if we can have if we have more volunteers who will be able to like station at the events at the different locations. So I'll bring that up at our next meeting. So do we have any other comments on that specifically? Any other ideas or statements?
I don't think so. I think we've kind of covered the big things. And when we open it up to, like, I know there are four, I believe, new members joining us. So I think that they'll kind of be able to, I think at the next meeting, we'll be able to kind of talk about it. And if there's anything else that we've missed, it'll be brought up probably. I can definitely, did you want me to make a QR code? I can absolutely do it, but make a QR code of the flyer when it gets made to put on the flyer, or what was, I know that was kind of like briefly mentioned. I didn't know if it was just for the Instagram or for the flyer as well.
I think that the QR code would be for Instagram, and then the most recent post being the flyer. So that way,
Okay.
Yeah. So
that was the part that I was missing. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I think that that's great. So, Catherine, do you have anything else that you want to say?
I got the contact information while we were on the call for the Warrior Cleanup Crew. Ollie, I just sent it to you. I have also sent you the contact information for the veterans agent, David, so you can ask him what the proceeds should go towards this year.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you for sending that over. So with that, if we don't have anything else, so the next item I had put on the agenda was for voting day. I know that you mentioned something to me about to me, Catherine, about Thomas working with Betsy from the town clerk's office about something. He didn't get back to my email, so I don't have anything to say on this item. do you know anything about this?
No,
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's coming up soon. We've got, but hopefully he's at the, November 1st meeting. So that'll give us a week to see what he needs.
Yeah, because I know that voter registration deadline already passed, I believe.
Yeah, she might, Betsy might need some youth council members to help with directions or something like that. So, it's something to
Yeah.
think about.
Yeah, definitely.
I was thinking too, it'd be nice to have some Wakefield Youth Council, like some kind of gear. So when you all are out at things,
Oh, like
Like-
sweatshirts?
Yeah.
yeah, or
Yes.
town day or something like that, that you all, I'd have to find, I might be able to, one of the grants I have that focuses on youth engagement might be able to fund that. So, you know, that's something, Ollie, you could bring up at the youth council meeting to see if people would like sweatshirts or if long sleeve t-shirts would be okay. 'Cause I think it would be nice to have something to wear when you're out and
I
about.
think that would be awesome,
Yeah, I agree. I think that would be definitely really good. Yeah, with that.
especially while we're not as well known in the town. Like people will be like able to kind of identify it more, seeing people out and about, like what the sweatshirts, like, oh, like what's that, you know?
Right.
Mhm.
And well, like there's something coming up that you'll see on the agenda where the youth council members are leading the Pledge of Allegiance at the a meeting. So it'd be nice like to have, so I could, I can look into that.
Yeah, definitely. I really like that idea.
Yeah, so if you could bring that up on Tuesday's meeting.
Yeah, I just wrote that down. Yeah, I'll bring that up on Tuesday. And so item number 7 is determine our next meeting date. So I'll send out a doodle poll for that. Hopefully we might do it. So I think that we'll have everything wrapped up for Veterans Day by our next general youth council meeting. So by Tuesday, I think that we'll have everything wrapped up with that. And so, and then I'll send out the doodle poll for the next council meeting. And then, so is there any other business that's not reasonably anticipated?
I had a couple of questions, but not relating to communications and outreach. Should I just email you, Catherine? Or text
Yeah.
you?
A couple questions that are,
More so just regarding youth council and what about youth action team?
yep, you could just send me an email.
Okay,
So with that, do I have a motion to adjourn?
I motion.
So I second. So now I'm going to call the roll. So Madeline
Yes, sorry.
and myself, yes. So we adjourn unanimously. So thank you all so much. This was
All right. Thank
right.
you, Ollie. and Thanks
Thank
for
you.
being chair. And are you guys gonna go see the pumpkins or any of the Fright Night stuff
Yeah,
tonight?
yeah. I actually, yeah, me and my family are gonna go because I carved a pumpkin in there. So yeah.
Oh, what does yours look like?
It's a wolf howling at the moon. So,
Okay, I'm gonna look for that. I've an artist that that did one, so I'm gonna look for his too.
yeah.
So,
All right.
all right.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Bye.